The second reason to have a classroom meeting, or the second kind of point we can bring to a classroom meeting is one-time problem. So it's not a rule that you are going, because the noise, for example, is something that comes regularly. But maybe you have one-time problem, for example, one specific teacher is sick, and we have a problem with the replacing teacher. And students have a problem with the replacing teacher. They complain to another teacher or to the director, whatever. And so it's a topic for the next class meeting. The problem with that teacher, how can we solve? For example, the problem is students don't understand the teacher when he speaks. For example, the explanations are not clear, and or that teacher is brutal, or that teacher is not in line with the culture of the school, whatever. So a specific question is written about that here. So we still have a question, for example, how to understand Mrs. Replacement. So the replacing teacher, how to understand her? That's the question of the day. And we might, it's a one-time problem. We might also debate, have proposals of solutions, and vote on one of the proposed solutions. And write it, of course, in the class meeting book next to the rules. So another typical problem discussed during classroom meetings is a problem with the student. Other students complain about Johnny, for example, again, and they say that Johnny is not nice on the playground. Johnny is disturbing in the classroom. It prevents other students or the other pupils to learn. So first, the teachers ask for the facts. Can everyone concerned during the classroom meeting gently, nicely, with care, with no emotion, just tell the facts about Johnny's behavior? For example, one student will say, at 9 o'clock yesterday morning, Johnny, you insulted Mary, or you told that to Mary, that she's an ugly, fat kid, for example, and you told that to Mary, and it hurt me to hear that emotionally, and it prevents me to work. So the fact, my emotion about that, gently, with care, without putting too much blame on Johnny, just information, feedback. And then if 5 students bring a fact like this to Johnny, it's very hard to Johnny, it's very hard for Johnny to deny or to justify. Just get the facts, and the teacher say, Johnny, we like to find solutions, and it's not to blame you. Let's see if we can solve that problem, and you have a better life with us. So it's solution oriented, so we vote and we discuss quickly after the facts on solutions. We vote on solutions, and it's also lasted 15 minutes. I've seen that multiple times with students, whatever the age, might be 15 years old, might be 10 years old, doing that with a great care to Johnny, with great kindness, and that's beautiful. So the main lesson we can learn as a teacher or as a group about class meetings is it takes time, it's an investment, these 15 minutes, because you don't take this time for literacy, for numeracy, and so on. It takes time, but it's an investment to have everything goes smoothly, in much better atmosphere in the classroom, and then to have a more efficient time when you are learning literacy, numeracy, and so on. So it's a little investment for which is very, I wouldn't say perfect, but efficient. It's a very good return on that investment that you will get, because, and that's the main thing to remember, rules and problems are much better solved or enforced during the day. The solutions found are much easier to enforce during the day if they were brought by the students. So maybe that solution you could, as a teacher, have found out yourself in 1 minute, much faster. But the same solution decided by you will not be enforced the same way in the classroom than the same solution decided by the students. So that's the main lesson for me about these classroom meetings, is students having the feeling to be part of the class, to be co-owner of the class, and not just consumers of the school. Thank you.